Oh, I've heard 1,000 stories of world. They think you'll lie, but I've heard the tender whisper of love in the dead of night, and you tell me that you're pleased and that I'm never alone. You're a good, good father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. Oh, I've seen many searching for answers far and wide, but I know we're all searching for answers. Only you provide, 'cause you know just what we need before we say your word. You're a good, good father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are. Peace so undeniable, I can hardly speak. Peace so unexplainable, I can hardly think as you call me. Deep as sweet as you call me. Deeper still as you call me. Deeper still into love. Love, love, you're a good, good father. It's who you are. 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 It's who
Happy Father's Day to all fathers here. And it's such a... They didn't answer me. Oh, okay, same to me. All right, okay. I'm supposed to be a father too, right? All right. Yeah, I really want to appreciate the fathers who are here today. And thank you so much, media and all those who kind of put this together. Tony, I thank you for the good job you're doing to really engage. And, you know, sometimes we celebrate and we never really get to hear the, you know, the celebrants also speak. You know, so while Tony was doing that, I said, okay, I'm going to ask a question. At what point did you actually feel so fulfilled that you are a father? Right? I'm not asking about the pains. You know, that's given. At what point that you actually get thrilled, you know, that you are a father? Because it's very beneficial. You know, I sat there this morning and I said, wow, that's Daffy playing the guitar, right? You see, to me, those are the moments. Because I knew when he started here, you know, sort of strumming on the thing and the passion, you know, then the effort is not commensurate with the output. You know, it goes, you see all the body movement, but there's nothing coming out, you know. But that's Daffy today, right? Kind of just giving me some solos. You see, to me, those are the highest points for me, right? Those are the highest point for me. So I've already started it, you know. So at what point in your life did you feel thrilled the most, you know? And even those who are going to be fathers soon, what are you actually looking forward to, you know? You know, the desire, I mean, that hope that one day I'll be a dad. What are you actually looking forward to? So I want to hear you guys. Can we have another microphone? You know, I'm going to start with Jonathan. You know, at what moment in your life did you actually feel so thrilled that you are a dad? What was it that happened? I'm just following in Tonia's footsteps, so just, you know.
Actually, the day I actually felt I was really a father was when my daughter talked with me, Oshla.
Okay.
I think something happened between she and her mom, and she wasn't happy. I think the mom beat her. She was pained, and she realized that what she did was actually wrong. So she went inside the room and wrote a letter.
Wow.
She wrote a letter for her mom, and she gave the mom. The mom read through the letter, and she was almost in tears. And I was like, oh, this girl is really coming up. She's something. And I was impressed that I'm a father. So I talked to her. I said, well, this thing you did was not your fault, but it was wrong. But I appreciate the fact that you wrote to your mom. You told her your mind. But at the end of it, she said, Daddy, I love you, or Mommy, I still love you. You are the best mom in my life. So
even with all you've done. Yes. All right. Great. Thank you very much. Who wants to go next? If you don't do it, I will just go like that. Okay. Okay. Pick your friend. Let your friend tell us next. Who is your friend here? Leo. I know now. All right. We don't want to come to grandfather as well, still talking about their father. You know, so but it's okay. It's okay. So at what point were you thrilled the most? You know, when you really begin to feel that, oh, okay, this is what daddyship or daddyhood sort of look like.
Well, I think I'm not there yet, sir. I think I'm not there because I'm still expecting more from them.
Okay.
But the...
we are talking about the one they've done, the one that makes you... It's not even about what they did or what they didn't do. We're talking about you. What is it that in this whole journey of being a father, at what point were you really thrilled?
Well, I think one of them is, you know, happened yesterday. My daughter called. I was actually on my way to Jos. She called. I have a CUG line in the house. So she called the line. I didn't even see it. Later, I saw a call from Shama's line. She said she has been trying to call me and she couldn't get through. Where am I? I told her, I described the place. I said, do you know the place? She said, I don't know, but I just want to know where you are. And then she started asking me that I've given you the list of the things I need. I should ensure that those things are in place before I come to the
Before
house.
you get here. So that where you are, if you can still go back.
Yes.
That's right.
And
They are not too far from the point
Yeah.
of action.
And you know, I was still far from Jos. I was still far from Jos because I came through Abuja. I was still far from Jos. And then the next maybe 20, 30 minutes, she called back again. Daddy, where are you? You didn't tell me. What's the name of the place?
Okay.
I said, I'm somewhere around Gontu. He said, do you know the place? I said, what? And then the next thing she said, that make sure that you're fine and ensure that all the package I asked you to bring are in place.
It's going to be delivered,
Yes.
safely. All right.
And then she ended up, because every time she talks to me, she will tell her, Daddy, I love you. She must always tell me that. It has become part of her. So the moment I got home, unfortunately it was raining, so they couldn't open the car to see what was
Package.
inside there. So my daughter was not happy at all. She came back to me, she hugged me, said, Daddy, are we going to leave the things in the car till tomorrow? I said, tomorrow? I said, I think we should just leave it till tomorrow. He said, no, it's not possible.
No.
Those things must come out today.
They have to come out.
When it was still raining, she insisted that they should go and open the car. And they opened the car, and she was fulfilled. I think I was also very happy that at least I could meet their needs.
That's
Thank
right.
you.
That's right. Wonderful. So who is your friend? Who do you want to give to? No, don't give it to the ushers.
Okay.
That guy is not, he's an aspiring daddy. Although he will have just been the next person. What are you looking forward to? Okay, come and take it and tell us.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Yeah, for me, it's not just it's about my younger brother. There was a day he came and there was something bothering her and he couldn't tell me. So I called him, say, what is your problem? I made mention of so many things that, is it this? Have I not been giving you this? Is it this thing that is bothering you? I gave him so many things. Then he began to tell me that he really don't want to open up because he was afraid if he said this is what he is and I won't be happy. And because I said this, so he was able to open up, tell me what he wanted. And by the time
So that's just about, somebody marrying a wife and they have kids. There are a lot of people, especially those who are even thrust into that position, even when they should still be, maybe like a child to a father. So those people too need to be properly appreciated. And for that, honestly, let's give him a hand. Because there are, especially, in our culture, there are so many like that. So I'm going to take two more, and then, we just rub minds on some issues, and then, you want to give your friend. Who is your friend? The one behind you. All right, Jibenga, at what point, what did disease do in your life that remind you that reality dawns?
Yeah. For my kids, the thing is, I really didn't know they look at what I do, even though I've heard that so many times. But there are things, they tend to see that when I get things for them, I don't get to partake in what I get for them.
Why do you want to partake?
Huh?
Why do you want to partake?
Not in the sense that, okay, fine. In the sense that if I get things for everybody in the house, I don't tend to get for myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So one day they sat down with me. Then the elder said, she's wondering that how come I get things for everybody and I don't get for myself. And the statement that came out of my mouth is, when I'm fine, when you guys are fine, I'm fine. That's the statement. Then some days, months went by and everything. And only for me to hear the second one, that Zion, repeating the statement that when she's fine, picking the statement of that day that when she's fine, when everybody is fine, she too, she's fine, based on sacrificing. And that's when I said, okay, fine, the messages are getting across.
Somebody's hearing something. Let's clap now, please. So is your friend. Why are your friends sitting behind you? You are scared of your back? Okay, who? Wale Omoba.
Well, I will only reflect on my dad, actually.
We're asking when this is how people feel Waeko.
No. Okay, let me mention that.
Okay, you want to mention that and then go to okay. Because your father just went to meet my dad, right?
When Pastor Collins was actually...
Can we have more volume? Okay.
When he was saying that, when he said that sometimes he felt that his dad is too wicked and everything. And I was sharing with Agadaya, I said, I actually told my dad that I think he's not the one that gave birth to me because I never lived with my dad directly. It's like they were tossing me around. I live with my uncle, I live with my auntie. And when I told him that, he now said, Wale, the reason why he actually allowed me to live with those people, because for me, I realized that it wasn't that all the bills, he was the one still paying. When he comes to those people's house, at the end of the month, he buys food in bags. School fees, he pays for me and another person that were of age. He will pay. And I said, why are you doing this? It's like it's too expensive for you it's costing you much to actually take me away when you have all the things to actually take care of me. He now told me that, Wale, if I stayed under him, he would spoil me because I got to know that I actually sucked breast for 2.5 years because I'm the first son. And all the while...
Overdose. Yeah, you know, it's not, yours is good. You know, I had friends that would take time. Okay, honestly.
When he was with me before he passed on, during the medical time, and there was the time he told me, he said,
that Wale, you are.
Yes, he now said, I just realized that everybody was just deferring to me, phone call away, blah, blah, blah. I was like, what is this? The way people look up to me actually has changed since that time. My siblings and all those, they called I said, how can I be able to handle it? Coming back to my own children, actually, Oluwa is actually 2 days ago, because their mother was not around and she bathed them in the morning and the evening. I was now taking a bath. I took a bath and I said, Daddy, that I like you to bat me, because my love for you, and that's how we share.
Wonderful. And 3 John 2. But if you read it further, he said, I have no greater joy, right, than to hear that my children walk in the truth. You see, there's something that the fathers actually desire. Honestly, it's not stuff, because they've given you stuff over and over and over and over. And I'm saying that to those who are still, like him is still a son to somebody too, right? Is your father still on this other side? Okay. Because they said I should write a letter to my father. I was wondering, what is the medium of transmitting letters to that realm? I don't know if they receive emails there. Maybe papa@heaven.com. I don't know. There are many papas there, So, but this is what I want to, this is what we must desire. We must make sure we muster every ounce of strength to make sure we establish this. I always tell the story of this family I met on a train. It's an Indian family, and if you're talking about, nations on earth where they're still very close to their culture, they are the Indians. you know. And I saw this family in a train, father, mother, daughter, and a son. You know, and they were the only group in that train that were talking to each other. Every other person had their piece, you know. You know, they were the only ones conversing. And I began to observe them. First of all, the boy and the girl and their mom, they were drinking from the same bottle of water. Then one old woman entered the train at a particular point, you know, and the father got up, you know, for the woman to sit. So the boy got up for the dad. Dad said, oh, come on, don't worry. You know, and they kept talking. So another old person entered. The boy got up. I was looking at all the conversation, you know, that, man, these guys still have this together. Now, from their accent, they grew up in that land, especially the children. You know, you could see that they have those flashes of British accent, but the Indian coat is still very, very strong. So, you see, this is what the world is trying to tell us, that it doesn't exist. And I need to let you know that we celebrate it today is something we need to fight to make sure we what? We make sure we strengthen it. Happening everywhere. I want to show you a short video clip. It's something we see every day. You know, I'm very sure majority of us here